is CBD? You might know someone who takes it in some form. It's popular, it's easy to get, and it's legal. But what exactly is it? In this KSAT Explains, we break down the differences and some of the similarities between CBD, THC, and Delta 8, and the legal battle that's underway.
When you think of businesses that are popping up everywhere, think pharmacies, coffee shops, CBD stores.
We have edibles, smokables, topicals, tinctures.
Jay is the manager of Archie's Fine Coffee and CBD on Huebner near I-10. Yep, they put CBD in coffee.
You can put it into your drink to aid in the caffeine and the jitters that you can get from caffeine. And people are really scared to try it because they think it's psychoactive, but it's not. Kids can have it.
Archie's has been open about a year. It's one of the many businesses selling CBD in a variety of ways.
It's definitely an alternative route. A lot of people come in for anxiety, pain.
My husband's in the military, so I mean, that's really stressful at times. So it really helps me with sleeping and focus even.
A lot of people coming in for arthritis.
Pain, sleep, and anxiety are also the main issues that bring customers to Alamo Botanicals. They were the first dedicated hemp store in Texas, now with several locations in San Antonio.
I think a lot of the stigma is starting to be broken, and word of mouth of people starting to see outcomes in their lives with products that are out there.
A change in law planted the seed for that. First at the federal level with the 2018 Farm Bill. It legalized commercial hemp production in the U.S. while also removing hemp from the list of controlled substances. Then came a Texas law in 2019. It created a statewide industrial hemp program and defined what's legal and can be sold. A legal hemp product in Texas must not contain more than 0.3% THC by weight.
So there's THC, which is what you probably think of when it comes to marijuana. But THC is also found in hemp, which is where CBD comes from. And then there's something called Delta 8. So yeah, it's a little bit hazy.
CBD stands for cannabidiol, and it's a chemical that's produced by the cannabis plant.
Hemp and marijuana are two types of cannabis plants. Both contain CBD and THC, aka
Tetrahydrocannabinol, very different chemical. It's produced by the marijuana plant along with cannabidiol, but in much greater amounts than you see in a hemp plant.
THC is psychoactive. That higher amount of THC in marijuana is what gets a person, well, high. That's thanks to the two most common chemical compounds of THC, Delta 8 and Delta 9.
We think of Delta 9 as the main psychoactive component in marijuana. But there is Delta 8 present as well, and it probably contributes to some of the effects of marijuana that we think of.
Delta 8 and Delta 9 are also in hemp, but again at lower amounts than in marijuana.
What ends up happening is people make hemp, and what they can do with the cannabidiol that they remove from that hemp is convert it into a tetrahydrocannabinol. If they convert it into Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol, they could run into some legal problems. But because there's sort of a gray area around Delta 8, they're converting it into Delta 8 THC and selling those products.
And that's exactly what happened. Businesses began selling Delta 8 in drinks, gummies, chocolates, rolls to be smoked.
This is Delta 8, so it's hemp flower, and then they have that Delta 8 basically in isolate. It kind of looks like wax, and they put it on the flower to make it psychoactive. Like a lot of students get these, and a lot of moms get these.
Usually the way Delta 8 is actually produced is from CBD through a conversion process.
While CBD is naturally found in hemp, Delta 8 derived from CBD and hemp is made in a lab. At least what's being sold.
This is not a natural product. People like to think of this as, and this is another misconception, as a natural product. But it has been removed from the plant and then highly processed to convert it into this Delta 8 product.
You're starting out with CBD, like the CBD molecule, and then you're going through an isomerization process, and then through that part you actually get a new molecule altogether that's THC. So that's usually how Delta 8 is produced. produced in industry today.
So it's kind of a workaround. Is that a solid way to describe it?
Yes, it's not produced in significant quantities from the actual hemp plant to be extracted or isolated for any meaningful industry use.
Meaning without that workaround, it doesn't have much effect on people. The 2019 state hemp law doesn't specifically outlaw hemp-derived Delta-8. The state later saw that loophole and added Delta-8 to its list of Schedule I controlled substances, making it illegal. The state says that such substances have a high potential for abuse or lack accepted safety use in treatment. But businesses were already selling Delta-8, so then came a lawsuit. A CBD business in Austin called Hometown Hero filed suit in 2021, claiming the Department of State Health Services didn't give them enough notice of the change in classification of Delta-8, and that would cause them to lose money and customers. In November of 21, a judge agreed and issued a temporary injunction against the state, which means Delta-8 is able to be sold and used for now.
People are looking for an alternative that's not, honestly off the street. That's still really potent, just like marijuana is, but just legal.
That could change, just like the CBD industry already is. There's no widely accepted evidence yet on how CBD can be effectively used.
It's been very difficult to do scientific research on these chemicals because they've been illegal for so long.
We're really at the forefront of creating the evidence ourselves because we're actually having to do a lot of the research ourselves in this, and a lot of it is experimentation. But it's based on rationale. We're not just kind of throwing stuff in a bottle and hoping for the best.
Both Alamo Botanicals and Archie's make their own products and tell us they're tested by third-party labs. But as far as how CBD products are formulated and made,
definitely understand that these products are not regulated by the FDA. So it's a wild west. They're selling you a product and you're taking it under faith that that company is giving you what they tell you they're giving you.
The anecdotes about CBD use are growing, whether regulation and research are or not.
But the education needs to be there, that advocacy, because hemp is, it is cannabis, but it's also medicine. It's also a drug, and special care needs to be given in all cases where people are taking medicines.
Of course, it is always best to talk to your own doctor about CBD or any supplement and what's best for your individual health. You can watch all of our KSAT Explains coverage on demand, including this story. Just scan this QR code you see right here and let us know if there's something that you want explained. You can do that using this code too. I don't know about Delta-8, but my dad used to have a Delta-88. It came from the Oldsmobile plant. That's something different entirely. Okay, let's take a live look outside Loop 410 at Via Main, and this is just getting worse. What we know is there's some type of collision that happened at 410 in Roosevelt. I think that's what we're looking at off in the distance. Semi-truck in one median, there's a car in another median, there's an ambulance there, and at certain points in this whole thing, traffic has just stopped, both on the main lanes of 410 as well as the access road that you see there off to the right. So we're continuing to monitor this, but it looks like it's going to be a while before they get this whole thing cleaned up. We'll be right back. There's been a bit of a trend on award shows in recent years, particularly when it comes to the in memoriam segments, the tribute to artists and musicians who passed away in the last year. That trend seems to be that someone gets left out. And this year at the Grammys, that someone was Aaron Carter. Yeah, he died in November at the age of 34. He rose to fame as a teenager with his 2000 album, Aaron's Party, Come Get It. Carter's name was on the list on the Grammys website, but not in the televised tribute last night. No comment from the Grammy Academy. Another look outside with live cam this evening. That's a pretty picture out there. The sun as it is finally setting on a warm evening in February.
Yes, a very warm day today. It was nice compared to the 30s we had this time last week. We were well into the 70s, even some 80s south of town today. Right now, our temperature at the airport, 73 degrees. By 9 o'clock down to 66. Midnight 62, and that's where we're going to stay for the rest of the night. Notice those rain chances really jumping up, and we have them at 60% at 6 a.m. It's very light precipitation, very light rain coming and going. Starting tomorrow morning, fog and drizzle included as well. We'll get more into the heavier rain and where we could see a few severe storms in just a bit.
All right, so it was a great weekend. Actually got to see the sun after so many days of it being away. So what's the week ahead have in store for us, Adam?
It has some ups and downs. Temperature-wise, you'll notice the ups and downs. As warm as the mid-70s for highs, as cool as near 60 degrees for high temperatures, and some dampness, especially tomorrow, with even some real rain coming. So let's talk about it. Looking at our overall pattern, quite across the state right now, but you see that big sharp trough, that dip in the upper level flow? That's headed our way. It's going to be throwing some energy our way and help push a cold front through ever so slowly tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Futurecast, and I agree with what it's showing here. Fog and drizzle developing by midnight tonight. You'll have some reduced visibility on the roadways tomorrow morning. And then off and on late morning through all of afternoon, just some very light pockets of rain setting up. Some very light showers periodically just coming and going throughout the day. Not a washout of a day, but intermittent showers combined with that morning fog drizzly dampness. And then by tomorrow evening, after sunset, that cold front slowly drops in, so we could easily see a line of storms develop and just gradually push off to the southeast with that slow moving cold front. So some pockets of heavier rain holding off until tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. This is midnight, and then even on into the morning commute on Wednesday, we could see some lingering thunderstorms. Now, of course, the rainfall accumulations depend heavily on exactly where those pockets of heavy rain really set up, and even if you get multiple downpours, the best chance is east of I-35 and I-37. So we're talking Gonzales, Lavaca, DeWitt, even Karnes, Victoria, Goliad counties. That's where we have a higher potential of seeing an inch, maybe even more than an inch within some of those embedded downpours. Locally, it's going to be close in terms of some of those downpours, but a quick 3/4 of an inch within the realm of possibility, but lesser amounts when you get west of Highway 281 and especially closer to the Rio Grande. As for severe thunderstorms, there is the off chance of a rogue severe thunderstorm tomorrow evening, but especially tomorrow night and overnight on into Wednesday morning. And that's generally east of San Antonio. We could see one locally, but I think odds would favor it closer to the Gulf coastline. So those rain chances, 60% tomorrow, Wednesday morning down to 30%. 0% Thursday, Friday, Saturday, nothing but sunshine then. And then notice those rain chances come up again a little bit this weekend on Sunday, 20%, very light. And then again on Monday, looking pretty light with another little disturbance that should be moving in the upper levels. Let's talk temperatures, 73 degrees right now. Dew point of 56. That dew point will be rising tonight because of that southeasterly wind at 15. It's going to make it mighty sticky and muggy overnight tonight. And that's going to lead to the areas of fog and drizzle to develop for the morning commute tomorrow. But you look at the readings right now. Cotulla up to 81, Laredo included. Del Rio 81 degrees. Get into the hill country, we're in the 60s, and locally around Bexar County and surrounding areas, for the most part, some low to mid 70s. Hondo 75, 72 in Converse, Bulverde at 69 and New Braunfels 72. Tomorrow morning, low 60s, so a relatively warm start to the day. But because of that humidity in the air, it's going to be foggy, drizzly, and damp. And then the off and on light showers will be 70 degrees by 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon for the high temperature. And that means upper 60s in the hill country and some mid 70s south of town. Nixon, Floresville, Pleasanton about 74. But I mentioned before, a lot of ups and downs in terms of temperatures. 64 Wednesday, and then we're up to 74 on Thursday, only to drop back down again to near 60 for highs Friday on into Saturday. We have a few cold fronts that will be affecting us, which goes in line with having the rodeo, starting on Thursday. And notice Friday morning, probably dipping right down to freezing briefly early on Saturday morning. A little bit of a brief freeze then, so you'll feel a chill. It'll be back.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
We'll be right back.
In the buzz today, tonight's Powerball jackpot expected to be the 5th biggest ever. No winner in Saturday's drawing, so tonight's prize, an estimated $747 million. That could be about $403 million if you choose the lump sum cash option.
Yeah, there hasn't been a Powerball jackpot winner since November 19th. Tonight's a big one, but not close to the record. That was $2.4 billion back on November 7th. Still waiting to find out who bought that lucky ticket, by the way, in California. Nobody has claimed that.
Doesn't it
yet.
seem like it's taking longer to get winners these days? The U.S. State Department is changing its style, at least when it comes to the fonts that it uses. The agency now choosing to use the Calibri font in all of its communications. The State Department had been using Times New Roman since 2004.
The Internal Diversity and Disability Group recommended the Calibri font because they say it's simpler and easier to read, especially for those with dyslexia or aging eyes. Calibri also offers a wider range of characters, so it works well in other languages. Times New Roman has more flourishes, which can cause some visual recognition issues, especially on screens. And now I want to look up
the
Calibri versus New Times Roman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A pretty dubious piece of sports history could be yours for a price. Someone is auctioning off a bottle of sand. Now, the seller claims the sand is from the exact spot where this guy, NFL legend Tom Brady, made his retirement video. The current bid for a piece of this beach, nearly $100,000 on eBay.
Someone using the name Gadget GS claims to have collected the sand just hours after Brady posted the video. Now, there are several other listings on eBay claiming to sell sand from this spot. They range from $33,000 to $10,000 in bids. According to the Miami Herald, Brady shared his retirement video from a beach in North Miami. And so if you're that big a Brady fan, you can get the sand he allegedly stood on.
This makes me think of the George Strait song, I Have Some Oceanfront Property in Arizona.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Got a good update here to that traffic situation we've been watching at 410 and Via Main. You can see traffic is now moving. It's not at a standstill like it was just a few moments ago. This is actually where you see the flashing lights. That's at 410 and Roosevelt, where there's an accident there. Still some of those vehicles involved and traffic moving smoothly, but at least it's going.
For the morning commute tomorrow, some reduced visibility and dampness, drizzle and fog. Then some off and on very light rain through the day, some pockets of heavier showers and even storms tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. We clear out by Wednesday afternoon, nothing but sunshine Thursday on through Saturday. But as you see there, temperatures up and down all week.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for watching.
See you tomorrow.